Welcome to this edition of OWS Video Tutorials. In this video, we will discuss active alerts. Active alerts are a very focused way to manage your most important alerted events. Let's take a look. Active alerts can help easily identify and group all of your most important events. The phrase active appears on emails and push notifications so the user can easily separate important events from critical events. There is an alarm icon in the upper right of every customer page that will drive you right to the active alerts as well. Any alert can be set to active by simply selecting the active alert checkbox where the rule is defined. One way to access existing active alerts is to choose Alerts and then Active Alerts from the OWS customer page. Another way to access active alerts is to use the alarm icon in the upper right-hand corner. It will appear on every page of the customer portal. Critical health alerts are accessible by using Alerts, Active Alerts, or by selecting the plus sign in the upper right. The Active Alerts dashboard is shown here. You can see that it breaks down the alerts into categories at the top and then displays the details below. If you select one of the category summations at the top, you will be driven to only those type of active alerts. You can filter the active alert returns as shown here. There are many ways to filter the alerts in a very granular fashion. Hovering over the camera icon next to the alert will show a snapshot of the alert so you can decide if you want to investigate or not. To view an alert, select View to open that clip. Once open, the alert looks like this. You can see that the ability to play the video, acknowledge the alert, change its status, and comment on it are all available. Acknowledgements can be set to Open, Not Acknowledged, Open, Acknowledged, and Closed. You can also add comments as you progress through the process of reviewing and analyzing the alert. Select Save when complete. Once you have added comments and have not closed the alert, they will show up on the dashboard with a text box icon to indicate there is new text associated with the clip to read. Closing the alert will remove it from the active alerts list. It remains accessible with the other non-active alerts in the alert history screen after it is closed. Notice after closing the active alert, the summary bar changes on the dashboard and the active alert moves to the alert history screen. Active alerts delivered via email will contain the word active. You can set a rule that moves those messages to a specified folder for easier dissemination and processing of those alerts. From the Active Alert email, you can select View Video and go directly into OWS where you can view the video surrounding the event alert. Users may also receive a mobile push notification including the associated video whenever an active alert condition is detected by OWS. This information can be used to visually verify the incident so the appropriate action may be taken. Users may receive alert notification whenever motion is detected, an event happens on the DMP XR or XT series panels, a video analytic event occurs, or a traditional sensor device is triggered. Health of the recorder and cameras can also be pushed as certain conditions are met, like low storage or video not recording. The objectives for the live presentation are making an existing alert active, review how to access active alerts and critical health alerts, review how to manage active alerts, discuss acknowledgements and comments, review how closed active alerts move to alert history, review active alerts delivered via email, and review active alerts delivered via push notifications. Now let's go ahead and jump into OWS. I've already logged in and I'm at the customer portion of the portal with the blue banner bar. Okay, so I've signed into OWS and I selected a customer, and here we are at the customer page. You'll notice at the top that the banner bar is blue and all of the recorders for that particular customer are listed here. So, to make one of my existing alert rules active, here's how easy that is to do. First of all, go to the top and under Alerts, select Alert Rules. Once we've selected alert rules, it's going to list all of the existing alert rules we have currently. Let's jump down into this motion alert for the lobby. If I access that alert and I then go to its rule definition, very simply, to make that active, all I have to do is check the box marked active. Now that alert will continue to go, but it will now have the active naming in the email portion as well as the mobile push, and it will show up with all the other active alerts. So very simple to do, and once you're finished, you just press save. Now that we've gone ahead and made this alert rule active, and we've saved it accordingly, let's now discuss where we go to actually look at the active alerts, and there's a couple of ways to do this. Okay, the first way is to go up here to the top under alerts and simply go to active alerts. That's going to bring you into all of your active alerts. Now these will be categorized, all right? And these are non-critical health alerts, motion alerts, and access alerts. In this case, these are access denied alerts. So very simply, it breaks everything into the categories, and you can see all of the alerts are listed here. These are our active alerts, when they were created, updated, etc. Hovering over the camera icon will show you a snapshot. And again, you can drive right into the video, and we'll discuss that in a minute. Now, one of the great things we can do here, if I'm just interested in the access alerts, I can go ahead and touch on that access, and I'll only have to work with those 3 alerts. So that's a very nice way to do things, okay? And I'm going to go ahead and go back in here and refresh my page. Now, basically what that did was that filtered these alert set, right, by just access alerts. If I go here to show filters, we give you a whole lot of very, very granular filters where you can break alerts down by recorder or location or alert type, my alerts only, or all the alerts within my company that are out there. All of that can be done. Different acknowledgement states of the alerts, which we're going to talk about as well. So you can very, very quickly take a large set of alerts, active alerts, and grind them down just to the actionable data you're most interested in. So it's a very, very nice and easy way to filter those things. Then you can hide those again and continue on. So that's one of the ways that you can access your active alerts. Now the other way is, basically, if I go back to my main page, my customer page with my recorders listed, on all these different pages within the customer portion of the portal with the blue banner bar, I'm going to have this little alerts icon up top, so you can see I have some active alerts, and I can drive right back to the active alerts by choosing that alarm icon. Brings me right back in. All right. Next to it are health alerts. Now if this is orange, then all we would have basically would be the non-criticals. If this is red, we would have criticals as well. And if I click on this, it too just drives me into the active alerts. Okay, and from there, if I want to just hone in on the health alerts, I can do that. Or if I just want to hone in on the access alerts, again, I can just do that as well. All right, clearing all the filters brings us back. So again, very straightforward as far as how you can access these things. So as you go through different pages, those icons will be there for you. And again, you can always go to alerts and active alerts so that you can view the alerts. So the next thing we'll talk about is actually how to access one of these alerts and the various things we can do once we're inside of the alert. Before we go ahead and jump into one of these alerts, let's take this list of alerts and make it smaller. Let's really hone in on something. I'm interested about these 3 access denied to the inventory area more than anything. So let's go up here to the top under access and let's filter down to just those events. If I hover over all of these camera icons, this is the same person trying to get into the inventory area in a really fast succession. So I'm curious as to what's going on. Is their access card not working? Or do they just not belong in that area? And this is something that's absolutely very interesting and probably needs to be looked into. So what we can do is let's start with the very first event and let's go ahead and click view. Now what we'll see is the very first thing we can do is we can drive right into the video and we can go ahead and watch that. Okay, and we can also see that this was access denied for an invalid code, and it's going to tell you here, hey, this person failed their card. Maybe their card is faulty, and maybe they're just trying to get somewhere that they're not allowed to. All right, so in this case, if I'm managing this facility or I'm the owner and I'm looking into this, this is probably of concern. So what I may do is I may assign this to one of my people to look into, or I may just let everybody know by saying, hey, I am going to acknowledge that this alert exists. And I'm going to go ahead and put a note in here that says, looking into the cause. All right, now, once I do that, I'm going to save this alert. All right, so that's now saved. Now, if I go back to my active alerts and we drill back down into the access alerts, notice now, the alert I looked into was last updated just a few minutes ago, so that's going to be at the top. Underneath here, I can hover over the comment and see looking into this, and we can also see that it was me who acknowledged this. This is good for my coworkers so that they know somebody is looking into this, all right? So that's really important. Now, if I go back and I look into this, and I want to go ahead and I want to look at the video, that's fine. This will drive me into the video, and we can watch that happen. And again, if I see something in here that's really of a concern to me, I can go ahead and export this video, share it, talk to HR, the attorney, or just the person themselves, right? Very straightforward as far as that goes, all right? But the other thing is, if I go back to our active alerts now, I've investigated this. I believe it was benign. I believe this was a new employee who just didn't understand that they really weren't supposed to be in the inventory area. I can go back into this, into our event, and our active alert. And now I can say, close this. Spoke to new employee, didn't know they weren't allowed in inventory. All right, now, when I'm done with that, I'm going to save again, okay? And if we go back to our active alerts now, notice we're down to 2 access alerts. Because we closed the other one, it gets removed from the active page. You've dealt with it. But that doesn't mean that it goes away forever. Under alerts, you can go to alert history. And underneath alert history, that too will be able to show you. There it is. That's the access invalid. And you can see here, here's the notes, and it's all taken care of. So it just moves from active to history. Doesn't go away. We'll let you pull it up, and there's the same set of filters here that you can pull things up by date range so you can look historically. So it's a really strong part of viewing the alerts, managing the alerts, being able to comment on the alerts, and taking something, again, you have an active alert, it needs to be dealt with, you work through it, once you're done, you close it out. And that's basically how this is delivered, and that's the purpose of the active alerts. So the next thing that I'd like to show are some actual active alerts that have been delivered by email and by push notification on the mobile app. So let's go ahead and take a look at those next. All right, so here is an active alerts email. Notice that in the subject line, the word active does appear, so you can set up filters within your email client to put all of those types of emails into their own folder. That makes it very easy for you to manage your active alerts. From the alert itself, if you press View Video, it'll take you right into OWS, where you can then go ahead and sign in. And once you're signed in, it'll drive you right to the video search portion of OWS, and you'll be able to play back the video associated with that active alert. Everybody is familiar already with the playback controls and things that we have within OWS, and you'll see that here as well. So it's a very, very easy way to receive an alert and very quickly go validate what's happened and then go ahead and deal with it just the same. You can also access active alerts from the active alert email. Simply go ahead and click on the active alert banner and it'll take you right into OWS, into the active alerts. Then you can go ahead and filter, as we've discussed earlier. Go ahead and take a look at any of your snapshots and go from there. Let's go ahead now and take a look at mobile push notifications. Here's an example of an active alert that's been sent via mobile push notification. Notice the word active does show in the push notification. If we hold down on this, or we slide it to the side and we say view, it'll enter that alert and it's going to bring up a snapshot for us. If this is of interest, we can then go ahead and press the view video button and it'll drive us right into the recorded video. So we're doing that now, And here we go. It's going to push us right into OpenEye Mobile, and we're going to go right into video playback. The video is going to come up, and we can start to play that. What we also have now is a very nice set of very simple features: forwards, backwards, stop, change the quality, snapshots, etc. And it makes it very easy to work with. One of the other things that we can do is we can go into the settings and we can actually turn on and off individual notifications. So if you're getting excessive notifications, you can turn them off and then turn them back on when you're ready. A few specific takeaways to consider here, please. Active alerts are an easy way to manage your most critical alerts by uniquely tagging them and keeping them in a place dedicated solely to those types of alerts. Active alerts can be delivered via email or push notification. The subject of the email contains the word active, as does the mobile push notification. Active alerts can be managed by changing their acknowledgement status and adding comments. Active alert listings can be filtered to show specific alerts from specific recorders, etc. Active alerts move to alert history once closed or expired. This concludes this video tutorial. If you have any questions, please contact training@openeye.net. Join us again for more interesting videos. There's more to be seen.